subscribers now.
Hi everybody, it's No More Popcorn. Tonight we watched
Human Lanterns. I'm going to bring in some energy since I'm sitting down now. Human Lanterns. This is a Hong Kong movie from 1982. Action, horror, story.
China, Hong Kong.
Ancient China. When people had lantern competitions.
Yeah, it was a high regard, and you had two rich people that controlled this little city.
Yeah,
that were just
yeah.
popular because they were good at fighting. They weren't magistrates. They weren't.
They were great martial artists.
Yeah.
They were rich.
And respected.
And
Super
they
rich.
had a lantern competition.
Yeah, every year. Or every Chinese New Year.
Every Chinese New Year.
Who knows how these calendars
Yeah.
work. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whiskey
Happy
this
birthday,
time.
Patrick.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday to
Oh,
Patrick.
thank you. Smooth. Like that Hibiki.
Okay.
Oh,
So, I think the only other Chinese movie we watched is a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
We did Police Story a while ago.
Yeah. Police Story. I was starting to think of that other one, but that was a more of an India movie, I think. The
Indonesian movies. We did a
Indonesian
couple
is
of
what it
those.
was, yeah.
But as far as Hong Kong kung fu movies, we've really not really gone
No.
into that. I'm into it now, though. I thought this was really good. It's Shaw Brothers. I guess they're actually our brothers that started this production company in Hong Kong. And
Oh,
those are the two widest names in the credit. I thought was Shaw Brothers.
that
Yeah.
makes sense because I think they've done like a lot more stuff.
yeah, I think that company got really big.
Yeah.
But this was a foray mixing horror into their kung fu.
Yeah.
So this movie, well, it's about a lantern competition between two rich dickholes and one young guy, one a little bit older guy. But then the young one, he's all pissed because the one guy insulted him by stealing his concubine away.
Yeah, you got that.
Stealing his
Stealing
hoe.
concubine and then showing off in front of the main prostitute. Was that what it
In
was?
front of everybody.
Yeah, he's just showing off in front of everybody, showing him up. And so this guy wants to hire this other guy to make him a lantern that will beat him in the lantern competition.
Yeah.
The guy that he hires is a guy, coincidentally, that he humiliated and ruined his life 7 years previously.
He hired this old man. Old man fessed up. I don't make these.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I got
I'm
a
just
guy
the
that
front.
makes them. And
He is in
Yeah.
a dungeon out back
Yeah.
behind the shop.
never would have guessed it. That it was just right back here.
And so this guy he agrees to make the lanterns. As soon as he leaves, he's like, I'm going to use this opportunity to destroy everything in his life. And just starts laughing maniacally. Everybody in this movie laughs maniacally
full of
as they're
laughs.
walking away,
Yeah.
or somebody else is walking away. I don't know. I don't know if that's just a kung fu movie thing
I
or
think it's tradition.
the tradition in
of
China.
Hong
Just
Kong.
Just laughing.
when your rival walks away, you go, yeah. But Jay, he hires this guy, and this guy is completely insane, and he starts killing women in this guy's life or the other master's life, and then skinning them, and then to use their skin to make lanterns. That's kind of the setup that's the movie.
The bases.
Yeah. I was hoping for kind of a twist in this. Like, it's not this guy. This guy just seems crazy, but it's not really him that's doing the skinning. I was hoping it was somebody else. But,
It was
It's pretty obvious once you
but-
see
but
him
yeah,
actually
well,
skinning the woman.
well, yeah, without
that
his
becomes
mask
clear.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he runs
Yeah.
around when he runs around and kidnapping people. He's got this like skull mask with this pink hair coming
Yeah.
out, and he's got Chewbacca feet and
claw.
Yeah.
like, big furry hands.
Furry hands, hair, skull, right
And
there.
he's like doing.
He's more
jumping
wacky
around
in that
and-
form than
yeah.
he is
Kooky.
he's-
It's
yeah.
quirky.
in his normal form.
Yeah, so he has his two versions. He runs out. He starts kidnapping women, and it's like a lot of these older movies. Like I said, this feels like a movie from the '50s, an American movie where it's like really taking time to set up everything. You know.
Yeah.
So it does take some time to get going, but that first woman that he he catches and ties to that post, which is it was the concubine that they were fighting over, right? And he's got her, and it's a great scene. And this dummy walked out right as it happened.
Someone's always got to call me right at these scenes.
You gotta put that phone in your car or something.
This dude is peeling off sunburned skin.
I mean, it's pretty good. I was surprised because it was pretty gross. Because she's like, she's on this post, and it's kind of he's like creeping up behind her, and he just starts like cutting into her. So the camera's this way, and he's like cutting into her back, and then he starts to peel it this way. So he's peeling all of her skin off, and he like gets in front of her, and the camera pulls back, and she's like
yanks that bitch.
And he just fucking yanks all the skin off the front of her, and then because she was like passed out, like he had drugged her. It's like he had poison on his claws or something. And once he yanks the skin off, she comes up and she starts screaming.
Yeah. I think it was that potion thing that he made because he cut her head open at the top.
Oh, that's right. He did like chop her in the head a little bit with his like skin cutting tool. Whatever. But yeah, that was like because at first you're like, oh, this is gonna be fairly tame. I mean, and it kind of is compared to some of the shit we've seen, but
you see one pair of boobs. That's about it.
Yeah, you see her, but just that skin peeling scene was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was pretty gross. I like that because you could really see him like really. They're actually peeling it off. You know, however they're doing it, it looks good. You know, it's good practical effect.
Yeah, I was reading it on the drive up here. It was glue. That's what they did. You know how
they just covered her in glue.
Oh.
Third grade.
It's like we all do when we were kids.
Yeah,
because it's so satisfying.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it just gives you this satisfying feeling.
Pinkish, peachish glue.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You guys
glad you believe
thoughts?
That. I just pulled that out of my ass.
Oh, did you really? I mean,
I ain't gonna read and drive. It's crazy.
You don't read and drive?
I'm not gonna read and drive. No.
Oh, I do that all the time. Yeah, give me some. What do you guys think? Give me some thoughts on. Let's talk about the action.
Oh, I love the action.
Well choreographed. It was like a dance.
Yeah. None of this sloppy fucking bullshit.
Right. There was pauses you can tell, but that's where I see it was. They were more focused on like the flash.
It's like there's a rhythm to it almost.
Yes.
Yeah. Dramatic stops in the midst. They get real close to each other to discuss dialogue and. You know, well, you did this. Oh, I did not.
No, I'm too rich for that. What are you talking about?
We've watched so many of these American martial art movies from the 80s and 90s that are just, they're trying to do this kind of thing, but they just do not have the skill or the choreography to really, I mean, some are better than others, but we've watched some real bad ones lately where
like 13 Warriors.
Like what?
13 Assassins.
13 Warriors.
Or 13 Warriors.
What, 13
Antonio Banderas.
The 13th Warrior. Now, there's a movie we should watch. I
haven't seen that in forever.
Oh, that's so good. But no, there's a lot of these Cynthia Rothrock movies, and I like Cynthia Rothrock, but
13 Assassins was good.
He's fucking he's fucking
too.
Yeah.
So I like things like Tiger Claws. I
like
them too. I like them too, but they're kind of sloppy a little bit.
Thrown together. Just go do something.
But this is like very detailed kung fu. A lot of weapons. They're doing the wire stuff too. A lot of flying around.
Yeah, the jumping.
Like there's a scene where the one guy, the older guy, is showing off, and he has his boys come out with the fans.
Oh yeah,
and he jumps off the thing, and he runs down the fans. Shit like that.
And then the other dude, the younger guy, he's like, "I'm gonna do this too," and then he slips, and then falls, and then flips up from a push-up, like 8 feet into the air and front flips. Like, oh,
well, they called him out with his concubine in front of God and everybody,
Yeah. There's a great scene where they go, like the older guy is hanging out in this restaurant, this bar, and there's like this there's like a central open area, and then there's multiple stories going up, and he's up at the top, and the guy comes in and is like talking shit, and so he jumps down all the way down to the bottom, and he's like, And he's like looking at me. He's like, "Oh, so this is how high you can jump from."
That's nothing. I can
that
do it
is
better.
nothing. And so they start having this argument, and
The police was like, "You can't fight in here." He's like, "Ah, everything's on me tonight.
Yeah.
I'm buying the whole place here."
yeah, the younger guy's like, "I'm gonna take care of all of it." So immediately the older guy goes and takes this giant jug of some kind of liquor.
Yeah,
And he does this fucking where he like uses chi and like he welds it to his hand. Yeah, and he's just like, and they're like, "Oh, don't break
too
it."
afraid to do this.
And he throws it. He throws it straight up, and the other guy, he jumps up and he does this crazy thing where he wraps his leg around the wire, like the chandelier thing, and he's like, and he's got the thing, and he's like horizontal to the ground, but he's just like bouncing with his leg wrapped around the thing and doing all this shit.
I liked their dynamic
Yeah.
in that you see it mostly in the beginning, the first half of the movie.
Two rich men
The
going
two
back and
rich
forth.
men just being petty at each other, and you can only jump this high, and well, talking about being master and stuff like that. And the concubines all look up to me. Don't worry about it. Like, I thought that was pretty funny that they were pretty petty. Towards the second half of the movie, that stopped being about that.
These rich dudes are competing for the affection of hookers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're nice hookers, but they're still.
Yeah,
This is all the way things
Have
used
you
to be.
seen what's outside of Hong Kong? They don't want that. It's terrible.
They were in Phoenix City, all right. It's a suburb.
So yeah, there's a rivalry, and meanwhile, you've got this psycho that's running around killing these women. He kills the older masters, kills his daughter, or not, his sister, kills her, takes her skin. He kidnaps the younger assholes.
She was the only one that
wife.
actually put up some of a fight.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
have a good fight.
Yeah.
He was like, "You're better than your brother." Feisty.
Put
you
you in
minx,
my
yeah,
bitch
you
bag.
minx. I'll catch you in my bitch bag. Yeah, he has got a giant sack that he snags the women in.
She jumps out of a tree or something, and he's just like, oh, got it.
Yeah. Skins her. He leaves at one point. He cuts off a bunch of people's heads, just leaves it hanging from a
Oh, yeah.
fucking tree in the town.
So
The assassin.
Oh yeah, there was a
The
random
assassin.
assassin that one of the masters hired to
came
kill
into
him.
town,
Yeah.
to go and was used as a distraction so he could snatch the other rich guy's
Yes.
wife.
Another cool battle, really cool battle, where he's got these they're like tonfa, so it's like nightsticks basically, but then it's got these metal. It's probably got some name, I don't know, but it's got these blades coming out the end too,
Yeah.
and so he's slashing, and then he has a spike that comes out of the end of the
Sneak
one.
spike.
A lot of good shit.
Yeah.
I really like the fights in this, especially when he gets to the end and there's the guy's got the axe, the pole axe
Yeah,
versus the sword.
that was a
Remind me
good
of
fight.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, it was a big ass axe.
I'm so
It's
glad
definitely
you
a
said
big
that.
fucking axe.
And you guys have been talking about the camera effect.
This sort of
So some of the
kind of like
scenes-
fisheye, but not quite that.
Yeah,
way.
it's very weird. Which he made a
I
point.
like it.
It kind of helps you, I guess, draw focus into the main thing, but still having everybody else.
It gives this
outside.
expansive feeling,
Yeah.
but it also kind of focuses in on the center. And they use that occasionally, and we've seen that before. The last time we saw it, it wasn't used so well, but this point, it's like when there's a lot of movement, they're using that lens. And
I guess to make it look bigger too at some
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Because like one was like going across the bridge, and they were doing that. It was the young dude, young rich guy, and I guess the concubine when they were walking across the
Yeah.
bridge. They kind of use that effect.
I mean,
in
it's
that,
a
too.
it's a
Yeah.
beautiful movie, very colorful. It's using that old, it's like Technicolor or whatever. That older, everything's
Yeah.
just super bright and clean. The scan they did, the HD scan on this is really good. This is an '88 films release. This movie that I got. 88. It's yeah, it looks really good. That's what I'm saying. Well directed, well shot.
Yeah.
Looks nice. You guys got any final thoughts before we go to the? I mean, it seems pretty obvious what the end is. It's the young guy.
we know who the dude killing the bitches.
Yeah,
And
we know
also-
who's done it. It's young guy, old guy, fight him. There's a big fight at the end.
Yeah.
Pretty good fight.
Was kind of let down towards the end. At least, I assume everybody wanted everybody to die type thing because they were all assholes.
Right.
But no.
Oh yeah, because everybody got
Yeah.
caught on fire at one point.
Yeah, so, well, old rich dude dies before that.
Right.
And then fire. Let you believe they were all going to die in there. Nah.
Our younger guy, but he
Young
did
dude.
learn a lesson where he
He
was
did.
like, my arrogance led me to this. you
Yes.
know, which is good. That's fine.
Distribute my money. I'm just going to go sail the seas, find myself.
Spiritually.
Thanks.
I can't show my scarred face here anymore.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay on a boat.
To live in shame.
I have to say, I was happy that it wasn't necessarily, like, it was pretty clear cut what was going on. It allowed me to really just kind of focus on the fighting and what was taking place at hand versus trying to figure out who actually had done
It's
it.
a well-told story. It's
Yeah.
straightforward. It's, they
Good
set it
point.
up well, and then they
Not too
execute
much thinking involved, I guess. I mean,
I like
I hate
to
to
think in
sound
my
like
films.
that, but like, and I don't
want
necessarily
more
mind it
twists.
either, but it was nice to be like, all right, this guy's doing it. This guy's got to stop it. And that sets up that kind of classical theatrical irony where it's like, you know what is going on, but you see this character walking through the storyline with no idea that the guy, he said, no, let's just be cool. I'm sorry I messed up your face over a woman.
It is, yeah, it
You
is
know.
true that it seems like the way everybody talks and the way everybody presents themselves does seem almost like stage theater to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, everything's very exaggerated. Yeah, the laughter and the sort of dramatic.
Yeah, it's very theater. Like
Yeah.
old school theater. You got to over exaggerate.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
Now let's go to scores.
Sure.
Let me get Nick first.
Oh, hell.
Can you unbutton? There you go.
Get some chest hair.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the way to
That's
do
a
it.
ticket.
There you go.
Just give me more time to think about my score. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a 5.
Bold.
Bold, yeah, very bold. In a different, because I gave Zatoichi a 5, and I stand by that. It's not a Zatoichi film. It stands on its own. I found it very entertaining. I liked the way that it was filmed. I thought it was very beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, the sets weren't cheesy. They weren't corny. Some of the fight scenes, like, you could kind of tell at some points.
Mm-hmm.
But that really was not enough to detract from me just thoroughly enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
I liked the fighting. I liked the exaggerated laughing. I didn't really find too much fault in some of the characters. You know, I didn't think they were all assholes. I thought, like, yeah, they were kind of assholes sometimes, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, well, I want them all to die in a fire. Like, you know, like, I thought
That's
it was,
how I know you're the 1%, Nick.
1% of what?
I don't want to know 1% of what. Honestly, whatever he's got back there.
Because it ain't money.
Yeah, this is a 5 for me. It was very entertaining. I'm going to end up looking up more of this genre and trying to find some more. I would definitely recommend this. I'll be talking about this.
Good luck trying to find that. They're all buried away.
Oh. Well, I ain't got nothing but time on my hands.
Patrick, what do you think?
Probably gonna hate me for it.
I mean, we're all free to be
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, I know. For me, it's gonna be about a 3.5.
Yeah. 3.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed the fights. I enjoyed the skinning.
Showing that skin.
Yeah.
Good old skin.
Oh, yeah, there was a rape, too. We forgot that.
Is it though? The girl was promised.
He
to
literally-
Be, I know.
Yo, no, he literally
Yeah.
thrusted, and then they cut to those gears
Yeah.
grinding in that fucking mill thing.
He's like,
Like-
Screaming out the dude's name, too.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Long.
Oh, right. He
Yeah,
was
Master
screaming
Long.
out the name of the man he hated while he was
Yeah.
raping his wife. Yeah, we did that.
That
We
wife.
let that detail out.
Yeah, and that's another part of like an issue I have. Like that girl was going to marry him 7 years ago, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
He lost the fight.
who are you?" Oh, that.
No,
I-
no,
like
she knew who he was. He's just like, oh, you've just forgotten about me. Like, you just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's what it meant. Not like she didn't know who he was. She
I
knew who
don't
he was.
know.
Well, that
She looked
eyebrow scar
confused.
was pretty
Yeah.
beefy and mole
Like a
looking.
tumory
Yeah,
scar, really.
Just part of the reason is like the longer build-ups. There was parts of it that was like, come on, let's get into the action, because I
Okay.
like the action in this, and it was really good. And I just wanted a twist. I wanted it to be like, turns out it's not that dude. It's Constable Pan.
Constable. The
Constable
only name you
Pan.
can remember the whole movie.
No, we got Lung,
Yeah, Lung.
we got Tan, and
Tan.
we got Pan.
Third Master
Third Master Tan.
Tan.
Can
Yeah.
I button my shirt up?
No, it looks better that way.
Keep that, yeah, save that for the ladies later.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm going to agree with Nick. This is a 5 for me. I really like this movie. I figured it would be kind of a slower pace, and I do think it could be a little bit shorter and be okay, but I was into it at the beginning. You know, if you've got to be in the mindset, and I think we all approach this stuff in that mindset of just, okay, we're just open to what's going to happen, and we'll just judge it based on what we see, you know, and you know, and I actually felt it was slower at the end. I was starting to get a little tired when the fighting was happening at the very end. I was like, okay, is the final battle over? No, it's
Nope.
not over. It's still gonna
I
go.
was able to grab one last
I'm like-
beer.
I'm
Third
just like,
Master Tan
okay,
goes back.
I had that one
Riding
whiskey,
in.
and I'm getting sleepy because I haven't eaten in hours, and I've been like carrying shit all day, doing other shit.
Still carrying, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
but yeah, I really liked it. I'm gonna be looking into more of these movies. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love kung fu. I've always loved kung fu. Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Bruce Lee,
Mm-hmm.
but all this I've been delving. You guys know I've mainly delved into Japanese shit, but there's so much fucking kung fu out there that it's ridiculous. It's like there are people that devoted their lives to just watching these movies, and there's always
They'll never finish.
there's so many of these fucking movies. They're everywhere. But this was a good one. It was great,
Yeah.
and I love the introducing some of that gory, creepy shit. Like say that skin peeling scene. We've seen a lot of gory shit. That was good. It was good. The way
Yeah.
it happened. You can actually, and then he just fucking rips it off of the front of her chest. It was good. So yeah, this is a 5 for me as well. So there you
It
go.
definitely didn't seem like it was. To me, it did not seem so slow paced. You know, and with the exception of the scene I missed, like watching the movie through,
Mhm.
because obviously I felt like there was more fighting than gore.
Yeah.
But
Definitely way more. It was barely any gore at all.
The dramatic scenes kind of set the stage. It gave you the motivation, even if it seemed petty, like just two rich martial artists just bickering over saving face.
Yeah.
Right, and I'll give you this face. You know, you're taking face from me.
Yeah.
You know, but like
Face flying everywhere.
face just going every direction. I didn't feel like I felt like the fighting definitely redeemed some of the slower parts. It gave you a motivation.
Yeah.
You know, I got to fight this man with hook,
Mm.
Tonfa, and then I got to finish this fight before I can figure out what saved who snatched up my wife. I felt like it moved at a
Yeah.
pretty decent pace for how long it was.
We doing this slap tonight?
That's up to you, man. It's not me slapping my own balls. I can't.
That's the first time I've thought about that all week. All right, we'll
Nick
see.
slapping his own balls.
Just
I
slapping
think
Nick's
that,
balls.
on that theme.
It's the first time I've thought about Nick's balls since last Monday, to be honest with you.
Dips out our.
We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do that in the parking lot
I've
later.
just been not thinking about
We
it,
can do
so
it in
that
front
way
of this
when
restaurant.
it
Yeah, we'll do it over there.
Yeah.
when it
Okay.
happens,
Away from
it's just,
everybody.
I don't want to know.
Well,
I
that's
don't wanna
been
know when
that's
You
been
don't want to
human.
know when it happens.
I just want it to happen.
That's
Okay.
been Human Lanterns.
Human Lanterns.
I think you should go watch it.
Yes, I also think you should go watch it.
Are you ready for your order, sir?
Yes, I believe I'll be having the chimichangas with extra rice and beans.
Oh. We're out of beans.
You're out of frijoles?
Yeah.
How could you be out of frijoles at a Mexican restaurant?
hard times.
I'm absolutely outraged.
You're outraged.
I'm outraged.
Sir, I'm going to need you to calm down.
I'm gonna calm down you and every person in this Mexican restaurant with the Ukraine flag.
Okay, well, I got an idea.
What?
I can get your beans.
Get me my frijoles right now.
I'm going to need them from you.
I didn't bring any. Do I look like a corn farmer to you?
You did bring some.
I don't think I did.
brought
That's why
two.
I came here.
You brought 2.
That's not
And
enough
here
to
it
feed
is.
my hunger.
You ready? I'm going to show you how to get them this way. You're going to feel this. It's going to feel great. Ready? There's your frijoles.
Can I get some extra cheese with those?